Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Here tonight. Happy Monday. Hope you're all going to join us and come in the building. We are still talking about this series on Netflix called Sex Life. Um, Excellent series, excellent acting. It has so many different avenues and conversation pieces that you can talk about. And tonight's episode is titled Somewhere Only We Know. And the only in my mind is referring to Billy and Brad, but I'm going to bring my buddies in so we can get the chatting. I'm going to bring in Chef Kev. Hey, hey.
It's good.
I'm going to bring in our girl Francis.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey,
Happy
hey.
Monday.
Yes, happy Monday. So I'll get in and we'll start talking. I'll give a little refresher of what happened in episode 6. So like I said, episode 6 is titled Somewhere Only We Know. And Billy goes to visit her one of her ex-professors, I believe it was, who specializes in psychiatry, and she talks to him about her relationship with Cooper and everything that's going on with her. And I wanted to choke him because he encouraged, and I want to say highly encouraged her to go see if Brad is really the one. I could punch him in the face, but that's what he did. And so we had that to deal with, and we'll get into that conversation. Um, Also, Cooper made partner at his job, and we got to talk about his boss, Francesca, who laid it on thick and hard in this particular episode. I want to choke her too, but that's a whole nother story. We'll get into it. Billy through encouragement, but she didn't really need encouragement. She goes to see Brad, and not only does she go to see him, but she buys a new dress to put on to see him. We got to chat about that. They go to a familiar spot, and this familiar spot that they go to, it was probably the worst place that Brad could have taken her to. But you know, Brad does things on purpose and with purpose. So he took her there, and you know, we'll get into that. And then because she went to see Brad, she missed all of the phone calls from her husband, Cooper, who's trying to tell her that he made partner. In addition to telling her that, he was like bringing home food so they could celebrate. But he gets home and Billy's not there. Why? Because Billy's in the city seeing Brad. And I think that's pretty much my synopsis of what happened in episode 6. So we'll start with you, Kevin, and we'll start first by let's talk about what do you feel about this professor telling Billy to go find out, you know, if Brad is really the one? She's married, and this is what he
Well,
tells her. But we got
well,
to
you
keep in
gotta
mind. Go ahead. I'll let you talk.
you gotta remember. He said his words. I don't believe in happily ever after.
Yes.
So you're going to someone who doesn't believe in what you believe in.
Right.
So not to be controversial, but if you're a Christian, you're not gonna go talk to a rabbi. It's just something. So you want to talk to like-minded people. Sometimes it's good to get a different opinion. I think he gave her some real talk when he told her the 85-15. Um, I don't believe in him when he says that you cannot find like your supporter can't be or that person you're secure with can't be a great sex partner. I disagree with that. But the one thing he did say was he talked about the risk, about Brad being a risk, and the risk is the excitement. And that part I agree with because if you watch the dinner when they do the flashback, I think it's Thanksgiving dinner, whatever. Brad is late, and she's feeling some kind of way,
Hmm.
and she's still not secure. Cooper never made her feel that way, that he was never coming home. You're in Brad's house, and you're scared he may not come home. So sometimes that risk is the part of the excitement. along with the sex. So that makes it, I think, that kind of heightens or enhances it. So I don't, I don't have a problem. He's giving her his advice, his opinion. It's just up to her to take it. But like he said, can Brad give you that other 85%? And so that's where she, I guess, wanted to seek, you know.
And he encouraged her to go speak that, but
No, he just said he
No,
can't. He didn't tell her to go. He did
no, he
not tell her
didn't.
to go. He just brought it up. Okay, you can bring the horse to water, can't make him drink.
Yeah, exactly.
I can put the liquor in front of you, you ain't got to turn it up.
Hmm.
So that's on her. So she went to him knowing that he didn't believe in, like he said, I don't believe in happily ever after. He didn't believe in monogamy. So that was her choice. You know.
okay, Francis, what do you say about that piece of it?
Oh yeah. Well, Dr. Sumner was he encouraged her to figure it out. He did encourage. However, you're an adult. You're married. You already know your husband is not happy with the choices you've been making here lately. And you still went. But she didn't necessarily go to figure out whether Brad could be that other 85%. She went to figure out what he was talking about in the bathroom. And that piece of it was going to make a determination of whether he was going to be that 85% that Cooper can gives her. And and just like I said before, you're not going to find any relationship where it's 100% on either side of it. One person is going to give 100, another person may give 120, or one person gives 60, another person gives 100. It's never going to be even. It's going to be some downfall somewhere. But you're an adult. You really wanted to go and figure out what he was talking about when he said that he has changed, that things are better for him now. Well, how is it better? She needed to know that, and why wasn't it better when they were in the relationship? So yeah, she all kinds of wrong. And why would you allow Dr. Sumner, who doesn't believe in what you believe in? Because even at that dinner, he said that, can you really get monogamy or be monogamous to one person? Are you really stating that you can get everything from one person? And here she is back saying that she's not getting that full 100% in her relationship with Cooper. So yeah, absolutely. There is a lot to be said and heard from Miss Billie, but she's conflicted right now. She got a lot of things going on in her brain, and she don't know how to release it. And she definitely shouldn't have gone to Dr. Sumner.
100% she should not have went to him. And again, like I said, the writing for this series is phenomenal, because they give you little pre-nuggets ahead of time to help you connect later on. And the pre-nugget ahead of time was at the dinner when she wrote that article. That's the reason why they was having a dinner about monogamy. Dr. Sumner, he definitely was saying pretty much like, oh, she did it and she did a great thing, but it's a joke because it really can't happen and it doesn't exist. But we're happy for her, right?
Exactly.
And her insecurity level with Brad is just ridiculous. He cannot remember back to the scene where they showed where, again, I think this scene was in his house where he was producing or promoting that band. And he was like, he's not paying attention to me. And Sasha had to say, he's working, like, calm down. So she had zero security with Brad. and she gets 100% security with Cooper, but she's still, again, she's risking her whole life off of a 15%.
Exactly.
So back to the doctor though, the thing that is messy for him is it'd be one thing if Billy wasn't married, but she's married. And you're giving this advice to someone you, I guess, supposedly have care about. You're giving her this advice, but you're supposed to care about her. And it's bad advice because you know the girl is weak because she's sitting there crying. She's crying. She's a weak link. So you see all of that. And my thing is, even if that's what you believe, it's like when you see somebody like down in the gutter, you're not going to say, yeah, you do look a hot mess. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you're going to tell them, no, it's all right. You don't look that bad. Like, you know what I mean? You're not going to just beat them down. Bingo. She went to the good doctor to validate what she already decided to do. She did. She did. She here we go again. She definitely did. She wanted validation. She wanted somebody to make her feel good about what she was about to go do. Because even if she didn't go to the doctor, she would have went to go see Brad anyway. Especially because she was ready to sit. Yeah.
That's why she did that on purpose. She wanted somebody to say, hey, you know what, you might as well go on and figure it out. And since you're already here, you might as well figure it out now.
Right. Right.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, ma'am.
So we can stay there and say this. The part that killed me, where I wanted to be her again, is you buy a dress. You buy a dress to go see him.
Yeah. Or I don't know if they ever sold the New York house, so they could have things at that New York apartment. So she could have picked it up there. I don't remember a scene where she went into an actual store to go meet up with Brad. Yeah, she changed her clothes, but did she
on the dress?
Yeah, but did she pick that up at the apartment that they that Cooper has, and maybe they go there on the weekends as a family, or did she actually go and buy it? Yes, she did change her clothes, but did she actually go and buy it? I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you how it appeared to Brad. It's like, oh, not only did you come to see me, but you wanted to look good when you came to see me because you went and picked up this dress.
Yeah, but that's what she did at the dinner. That's what she did at the dinner. She laid out all of these different outfits instead of saying, you know what?
Y'all. That's why we need others in here. That's it. She said no. She went to the store and she bought the body.
Oh well, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
My thing is, why couldn't she ask that question over the phone
to Brad?
Yeah, you got something to say. Say it.
Did you see the look on her face when he walked through the door at the restaurant?
That's why you should have asked that question over the phone.
That's common sense to us. She don't have none right now.
Thank you, girlfriend. You helping us remember the scenes.
Okay.
Yep. She said they showed her looking in the window of the department store, and we could. Yep, she bought it. She definitely bought it. But the part that they got me was he caught her. He caught her, and when he saw the tag, and to me that was confirmation to him. See, you still want me. You still have it for me, because you come in here not just to see me, but you come in looking good when you do come see me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
because she wanted him to know what he was missing.
And she bought shoes too, because she ain't had no heels on.
No, she didn't. She absolutely didn't. She bought her whole outfit.
She bought her whole outfit. So we're dealing with she bought the whole outfit.
On Cooper's credit card.
Picture that.
She ain't working.
Picture that.
That's a fight right there when you come home. That's a fight right there when you come home. You done charge to go see this fool?
Wait,
a whole dress and some shoes?
Wait, did you notice that everything around her went silent when he walked into the restaurant? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That
Exactly.
happens every time she sees Brad. Every time she
Exactly.
sees Brad, she
It's
loses
like
her
a
Even when
waiting
she
to
mind.
walked into
exhale
the art
moment.
gallery, when she walked into the art gallery,
Yeah,
boom.
it was the same thing because she was reminiscing.
Yes.
You know, and I'm just like, chick, you just digging your hole. Keep digging it, boo. Or cool. She said on Cooper's credit card.
That's what she
Wrong.
got it on. I don't think she got her own. Like I said, she ain't working.
She
I
not
know y'all
working.
married and it's his is
No,
yours and
I
yours is
mean,
his
he
still.
gives her an allowance, you know, and but yeah, she used Cooper's credit card. She
Mhm.
absolutely did use Cooper's credit card.
Well, okay, so we got to move on to this piece of the topic. So
Mhm.
now she's already seeing Brad. Brad knows he got her in his back pocket. So Brad takes her to a familiar place, and that's where we get our titles, somewhere only we know. He takes her to that spot. They have great conversation. She taking care of those kids, the chef. They had great conversation, and pretty much I'm gonna wrap it with this and say, Brad told her, what it was, and she said again, why couldn't this happen, when we were together? Chick, you're married. This is the part I want her to understand and get. What does this matter? You're married.
She's
And
not happy.
she's not happy. And so now Brad says to her, spend the night with me. And now she want to get all new and crazy. Like, how dare you ask me this? Chick, you sending him mixed messages. You called him, said you had to see him and talk to him. You buy a new dress, and he obviously knows this because he's trying to pull the tag off their dress for you. I didn't get why she didn't want him to pull it off, but anyway, I'm like, oh, you're gonna take it back? What's going on with that? So
Because
she
she
doesn't
don't want
want him to.
Cooper to know. Cooper gonna see the credit card
Oh,
statement. You know what? I bought it. I took it back. Cooper gonna see that credit card statement. You think he can't afford that dress? He ain't got no problem with his wife buying a dress, but you in the city and you bought a dress.
Well, you know the lie she told. You saw what the lie was she told, right?
Which
So you
one?
mean to tell me which was she was having dinner with Dr. Sumner. So
yeah.
you go out and buy a new dress to just sit with Dr. Sumner? He's not your Hope's desire. I guess you think I'm Boo Boo the Fool.
It could be. Here we go again. It could be. She said, "Hey guys, do you think all this was supposed to be a limited series, but rated really well, and they decided to change the ending to extend the series into a season?" It could be because I read an article today. One of the producers that produced the show, she actually, a female producer came on to produce the show to make sure that everybody was comfortable, especially the females, because they have so many sex scenes. So it was an interesting article. We'll talk about that at the end when I wrap everything up. And pretty much she said it was just, it was something new. They was trying it out. So they probably did change the ending so that they can run into a season two. Because I mean, when we get to, we're talking
It's
about it
gonna be
episode
one.
by episode. But when we get to episode 8, again, I could choke her yet again.
No,
So
episode 7 was my issue. Was it episode 7?
it had to be because
7 or it was either 7 or 8, but it's Cooper. But I
you'll
can't wait to talk about this narcissist.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So we ended with Brad, wanting her to stay in the city and spend the night with him, and she gets all new and crazy, like almost like, how dare you? And I'm like, chick, you called him. You bought a whole dress for him. You sitting there reminiscing with him. You giving him mixed messages. Of course he gonna ask you to spend the night. Now you acting like he just came out of nowhere with this. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, this is my thing. You done already gone too far. You done crossed the line. Now he got you mashed up against the wall. And if it wasn't for that ding on the phone,
How
really?
far would it have gone?
He would have been in it. He would have been
Mm-mm.
back in it. The ding on the phone
He'd have been ball deep up in it. He'd have been up in it. Yeah, you're right. He'd have been deep up in it. And trust me,
Yeah.
So she had to see the text messages from her husband saying, "Where were you?" Now, what if he didn't text her? What if he said, "I trust you and I don't text you"?
Well, I didn't think it was about trust. I mean, it was about how do you miss all of these texts? You missed the text when I said I got something to tell you. You missed the text when I said I'm bringing home the food.
No, that was a call.
That was a call.
Okay, but she missed all of that, though. I'm saying she missed all of that.
It was on airplane mode.
Point, he's like, okay, wait. Now and really why he's concerned because the babysitter told him she went to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he knew she was in the city. He said she's still in the city. He said he knew she was in the city because he said she's still in the city.
Yeah, because even the babysitter asked him if he had called her, if she had called him, and he said yeah, and he was like, well, it's late. Why is she still in the city?
Now, in hindsight, I don't know what their coverage is. You could be in a place where you get no signal. I've done that where you walk out and all of a sudden, bling, bling, bling.
No,
bling,
but that's true. That's true. That's true. It could have been a dead zone.
But my thing is that when she read the text messages, where are you? This.
That's
if the text message would have said like, "Oh, I'm bringing dinner home," his text messages was basically saying, "Carry your ass if you don't come home." And she ran home to try to save her marriage. If his text message was, "I'm working late tonight," would she have let Brad run up in her?
No, because she had to go and relieve the babysitter.
Oh, that wonderful babysitter?
She would have had to guard because it wasn't her intentions to be in the city that long.
That babysitter like Walmart.
And the only reason Billy had any venom for him because she is low-key bothered. No, I think she was already at the point of wanting to be with Brad again anyway, even before she found out about Sasha. So that I don't think, I just think that she wanted to be with him anyway. But my thing with that situation is she's reading the text messages, and the one that bothered me the most was call back or don't come home at all. How dare you? You narcissistic pig. Because when she came to you in your office and said to you, you didn't come home last night, and he told her it was none of her damn business. Have you lost your mind? You are still married to me. You're still married to me. And now you wonder why I call him a narcissist? You want it your way or no way? It has to be, I need to know where you are. Why? You don't care. You don't want me to care where you are. So, but it's okay for you to do it and not for me to be out. And I'm not even staying out all night. I went into the city to take care of my whatever business needed to be taken care of. And yes, it's late. But that don't mean I'm not coming home. And you wonder why I call him a narcissist?
Here we go. Thank you.
Congratulations.
You finally got an ally. You finally got an ally. I'm happy for you.
Here we go again. Congratulations. I think Cooper is out of his damn mind because his wife is thinking of another man. Absolutely, she's wrong. But Cooper is his own enemy. You went into the city looking for a man to see how big his junk was. And when you found out, you got it. You got exactly what you deserve. Nothing you needed to know. Because you had no business going into the shower with that man.
Staring at him, looking at his behind.
Is, what am I not getting him? I don't care why he did it. Take your behind home. Sleep on the couch at home. Why did you have to sleep at your boss's house?
Well, okay.
You have gone to Devin's house, who's next door. This is supposed to be your boy.
Okay, wait, I
don't care. I don't care. He was all kinds of dead wrong.
Thank you. Here we go again.
Cooper became the baby because you are allowing.
Here we go again.
Because you're not communicating with your wife, because you're not doing the things that you need to do with your wife, and she's unhappy. She's unhappy. And then they keep talking about happy life, happy wife. Guess what? Your wife is unhappy. Deal with home first. You know what? Obviously, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. We need to go to a counselor. I'm not doing what we need to go. What do you need from me? What do you need from me? Well, what I need from you is for you to take care of home. How do you take care of home? I need you to give me all of your tongue where I need my tongue, where your tongue to be. I need you to give me some intimacy because you're not doing that either. You know, you can give me the romance when you feel like it, narcissist, when you feel like it. But when I decide that I'm putting this into a journal that I'm not even acting upon, you brought the act out. You brought the act out because you had no business reading it and then doing the things in that book.
Okay, I got it. First of all,
don't hurt him. Don't hurt him. Francis, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him.
All kinds of wrong up in here.
Okay. Yeah.
No, okay, wait, Kevin, I have to speak real quick. So
okay,
first I have to say this. Praise the Lord and thank you, God. Here we go again. I got someone on my side that understands Cooper.
I didn't understand Cooper.
But wait, let me finish.
I just don't. All of them are wrong.
They are. Wait, let me finish. I did, Francis. You said I would connect, and I will say this. I forgot he did straight tell her it was none of her business that he slept out the other night, which is dead wrong. But he did say, but I didn't do nothing with her. And I love it.
How does she know that to be true?
Well, whatever.
And how does she know that to be true? I don't even believe it because I didn't see it. I wasn't there. I don't care if you told me you could have told me you sat on her stoop all night. But why didn't you bring your black ass home? I'm sorry.
Cooper is a man of his word.
I don't care what you say. I don't believe it because why are you at your boss's house of all places? You could have come home and slept on the couch in the living room. You could have come home. You did it. He did it when he told her that he didn't want to be bothered with her and that he was taking the boy to soccer. You slept on the couch then. Why you couldn't have brought your tail home any other time? It's no excuse. And you cannot tell me, don't come home if I don't call. Have you lost your mind? I'm sorry. I'm not a Cooper fan.
Do you hear this? Thank you. Here we go again. I love it.
But you know what? She did bring doubt to the relationship. And guess what? If you're a man of your word, if you saying that you love her, why are you sleeping out? Why don't you make sure that house is taken care of? Take care of your house. Take care of home. He's not
taking care of home. If
neither one of them
is broken, he's not seeing a doctor.
No, wait.
Let me throw this.
I gotta throw this in there. First of all, there's many components to taking care of a home.
True.
He is making sure, and he's at work trying to be the power guy at work. He just became partner. He's making sure that they got a roof over their head, that their kids have a future, and that she can eat at night, okay? She's putting in a diary. She's the one that started this whole mess. She got in the train. She's the conductor right now, and she's in the fast lane, writing that mess in the diary that is in real time. Like I said, if she wrote this in the past and it happened to be a diary in the past, okay, I would give that to her. But she's writing it now. She's writing now. Oh, I missed this. I missed that. He did this. He did that. You have no business. I don't care if you're lonely. I don't care what you're missing in your relationship. You have no business writing about some ex and you're married. No, it should not be happening. So she started this mess. And so Cooper, for one night he messed up and he stayed out. This chick is constantly messing up. This man's phone number is still in her phone. She's talking to him. He's texting her. She's going to see him. She made her husband have dinner with this fool, and that man sat across the table from her husband and was arrogant.
He the fool for having dinner with him too.
And I said on Friday when he saw, come on now. You cannot tell me if you are a real man of man and you see that your wife is lusting after a man walking through the door that dinner would have happened. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no
sit down, we gone.
They should have never sat down at that table.
They shouldn't have,
because he saw the way she looked at him and he looked at her. That dinner would have never happened.
So, Kevin, let me ask you this. You the man in this panel right now. Have you ever had a female that had some ties on you so bad that you found yourself doing something that you did not want to do? Yes or no? That's it. The answer is yes. You have. There you go.
I ain't gonna say yes, I have. Yes. You answer my question. Yes, you have. Why you answer my question for me? Yes, you have. I think everybody. And as we old enough to have, we've had, unless you've been in some long-term relationship where it's just everyone has had someone at some point who had a hold on them.
Yeah.
And my thing is and the thing that kills me. We're gonna get back to something we missed, but somebody has a hold on you and you break that. I don't come back 8 years later. Like, I just don't. It's just I'm saying
that Billy has a hold on Cooper. So he convinced Cooper to go to this dinner because Cooper loves his wife.
That's different. No. That having a hold on somebody and being in love with somebody. I'm in love with my wife in the current situation. I'm not in love with my ex-wife. This is my current wife. Now, he's doing everything. Like I told you before the first thing, he got punched in the mouth, and he's throwing every punch he can to try to stay in this fight. Mm-hmm. He did not expect that. He had a plan. He got punched in the mouth, like you said. He has his plan of how he wants things. Mm-hmm. This diary punched him in the mouth.
Exactly.
So now he's throwing every punch and kick he could possibly think of to try to stay in this fight.
It should have, Kevin. It would have punched me in the gut. It would have punched me in the mouth. It would have knocked me on the floor.
But he never talked to her about it until she forced it. Day one, she would have never wrote another word. Because she would have never wrote another word. Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind?
And leave it open.
It was the fact.
And leave it open.
She couldn't even give a edification of how good her husband made her feel in the beginning. She could not even give that man enough. I mean, she couldn't say that he was romantic, just because he cooked me. She couldn't even pull out good words, but everything in that journal gave any woman that wanted to go and just hump Brad just to be humping him. But she gave all these accolades to Brad, but she couldn't do that for her husband of 8 years.
Well, because she's a mess. But they say he should have never read the diary. Well, the diary.
You're right, but he read it now.
But okay,
wait. The diary was open. This is our house.
Exactly.
The computer was open. It's not like he opened the computer and was digging in it. It's open. I walked in and see the screen up. Yeah, I'm gonna start reading it. And now I'm seeing that you talking about some other dude.
Exactly. But see, what he failed to do then was address it that day. I wouldn't have gone to work. Oh, we talking about this today.
He cannot go to work to follow Brad. That's the crazy part. He cannot go to work to follow Brad around.
Period.
He can call out to follow Brad, but he can't call out to deal with his wife.
Child, please.
Don't do that to Cooper.
Whatever. Whatever. You stalking this man's day. You pay
you and here we go again can go
have a Cooper
going back
had a Cooper parade. And then you go get in the shower with him just to see how much of a man what he's working with. Yes, you did, because you went there to see, because you kept looking back. What you looking back for? Wash your butt and get the heck out of the shower.
You're talking to a man who goes to the gym and who takes a shower. I ain't looking at no other man. Wash my behind, carry my ass. That's it. Ain't nobody going like this.
He went to size that man up.
He wanted to confront him, but he didn't have the courage
him up. He sized him up all right and found that he had a tree hanging from his limbs. Yes.
That's
what you get. Every time you go looking for something, you have no business, and you get everything you deserve. And right now, I'm mad with all of them.
All right, well,
I'm mad with Billy. I'm mad with Cooper and Bragg. All of them dumb. All of them stupid. And I'm just like, there's no way somebody's life can be this messed up.
Now,
wait. Let's swap a topic. Oh, go ahead, Kevin. What did you want to address?
I wanted to address so the situation where she comes to the office and check on her husband. Mm-hmm. Why is Sasha still standing there? That right there was disrespectful. You already know he was at your house. Okay? So I'm sitting there, and then if somebody come to address, yo, I'm gonna holler at you later. You gonna handle your situation. I'm gone. She stood right there like that was her man.
Oh, Francesca, we're gonna get to Francesca, but here we go again. Thank you, girlfriend. Thank you. Where have you been? The past five episodes. We needed you. Do you?
I understand. Yes, but I understand that. I never said it was a Cooper problem. You know what's the Cooper problem? The Cooper problem is that he wants his cake and eat it too. Billy not only wants her cake and eat it too, but she wants icing on top of that joker. Because she's not being pleasured anymore. She's not getting what she was used to getting out of this relationship. And so when year 8 happened, guess what? You got a brand new baby. You got a toddler. Well, he's not a toddler. He's a 5-year-old ready to go into school. And you got all of that to deal with at home. And then you have your narcissistic husband who has to have you at home, who wants to make sure his dinner is cooked and on the table when he gets there. And if he goes out and have the time of his life and she questions it, why is it any of your business? Have you lost your mind? You're going to always be my business as long as I am your wife. You're always my business as long as I'm here. This really irritates me, because to me, she really could be I understand what Cooper wants. We all want the happy life in all of our marriages. If you do exactly what you're supposed to be doing. But what Cooper did was he read it, he read the diary, and he acted upon the diary. Instead of addressing his...
Hold on, let me interject. So here we go again. We actually watched all 8 episodes too. We're just breaking them down one by one. So it's okay if you interject in there, because I love you, because you're a Cooper fan and I love you. So you can say whatever you want. Cooper.
Oh, you got your Cooper plea, and yes, he's not idealistic. He's not idealistic. He is.
Thank you.
Why would you send a text message to your wife, call me or don't come home, when you didn't even call her and tell her you wasn't coming home? But when she asked you
come home
where you stayed last night, you told her it was none of your business.
Okay, wait, let me say this.
Guess what? I would have been wiping his behind up and down that damn hallway, because he had no business talking to me like that. I'm your wife. And if you don't trust me, then go on about your business.
Right, let me say this. Billy is so used to, when you have nice guys, sometimes women, when they have nice guys, they walk all over them. So Billy is so used to kind of saying and doing whatever and kind of getting her way. So every now and then, Cooper shows her, I'm still a man. I'm the man of this house. Where was I last night? None of your business.
Okay, but I tell you what, let your husband come. Let your husband tell you something like that. I don't care what's going on in my house. It should not be. It should not be. I should not have to have come to your job to ask you where you were.
Oh well.
Now,
I should not have come to your. I don't care. I don't care what his boss believes.
That you love sleeping with some other guy.
And you still ain't addressed it either. You're addressing the fact that you're trying to do the things that was done to me.
I'm trying to know you as your husband.
After you done sized up this man, after you done gone to this man to tell him to leave me alone, after he's made you he's belittled you. He's belittled you to the point I can't get with none of them because
can I say something?
Definitely
something? I just want to say something.
Yes, Kevin. Yes.
First of all, here we go again in Diva. Whatever y'all smoking, I hope it's cheap.
Hey.
But I want to say this. Cooper, instead of if he this is the difference. He reads the diary and starts doing things to her. If he addresses the diary, he can do things for her. So this is the whole difference.
Tell it again, boss.
So it's something about doing something to you as opposed to doing something for you. And so, like I said before, he gets in somebody else's lane and he can't keep up. Some cars belong on the Autobahn, some cars belong on 495. You have to stay in your lane. And so you don't put a Ford Escort on the Autobahn. So what I'm saying to you is this. He needs to address his physical problem. And he needs to figure out, okay, whatever I did to get her, I need to do to keep her. So guess what? If I'm not hung like Brad, which I never would have found out because I wouldn't have stalked him to find out. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the best you ever had because you said yes. We in this house with these kids and these bills, you better lie to me. Better lie to me. If I ain't the best you ever had, you better lie to me.
No, but Kevin, you can't get a lie because you already read the truth. So you got to deal with the truth. So you're not going to bring like Cooper, you're not going to deal with the truth?
His ego
he's not dealing with it. He's not dealing with it.
He get his ego out at work. Oh, Cooper, you're the best. You know you doing this. You think outside of the box, blah, blah, blah. So guess what? His penis is standing strong because he's getting stroked at work. But he doesn't get the same thing at home because now he's reading that his wife is fantasizing about a past relationship. Right?
Here we go.
That stroke is in. But guess what? You're not stroking your wife's ego either. She didn't have 2 babies for you, boo. 2.
Okay, so wait, let me address
pregnancy for you twice, and you can't
let me address your wife.
You can't come home.
1 second. So here we go again. Yes, he did. He admitted to his friend, what's his friend's name? Devin. He admitted to Devin that, he has a little issue down there. And he admitted it to Billy a little bit.
Exactly.
He admitted it to Billy. I think it was episode 2-3. He admitted, that he got a little something going on. He don't really know what it is. And Billy, there you go. Thank you, girlfriend. Billy knew what she was getting herself into.
But you know what? It was okay in the beginning.
Because he was the rebound. He got the rebound.
Exactly.
Julius Randle. He was the rebound. She got the rebound.
I'm sorry. I can't. I don't want any man reading nothing I wrote and trying to do what that man did to me. I don't care if I'm writing it in present. I don't care what it is. Because if you're not addressing it, Because that's, to me, was her cry for help. You're not even addressing me.
So
I'm
okay.
fantasizing about something I'm not getting from you anymore.
So wait, y'all okay that she wrote it in the diary versus telling him, but he needs to speak to her?
I didn't
Come
say
on now.
neither one of them communicated, period. From the
Nobody's
beginning.
right.
Because he even asked her, why didn't you tell me about this relationship prior?
Listen, here we go again. You know what? Actually, this series, I think a lot of people may shy away from it, and that's why I wanted to do this too, because of the name of it, Sex Life. But actually, this series, what I do love about it is that they're not just having sex to be having sex. It's not. It's like it's the relationship and the close connection that her and Brad have, and every time they have sex or they show them having sex, it's with meaning. Like they are deeply in love. But I wanted to add this to something I read today. It says cheating doesn't start with sex, it starts with the conversation. And cheating with her started when she started writing in that diary and started fantasizing about her ex Brad. So she cheated on her husband. And now y'all want him to be all the communication.
See,
y'all gotta
this
back
is the
off of Cooper.
We're not saying that Billy is right. We're not saying Billy is right. But Cooper ain't right either.
No, he's not. That would have been a good. I don't care where she go. When she left the room, she went to go tend to the babies, right? I would have taken the computer and said, I don't understand this right here. And I'm calling in. I'm going to call in. I'm going to work from home today because we need to address this. There would have never been another word typed because we addressed it on day one. But that's not what he did. He waited for her to come back into the kitchen. He waited for her to come back into the kitchen and he threw her across the counter and had sex with her. He did exactly what he was reading in that book. Oh, that's what she wants. That's what she wants.
Because he was pissed. He did that because he was pissed. He did that because he was pissed.
Why would you do that? That's not you.
He was pissed.
That's not you. That's not. You know what? My wife. Obviously, this is a cry for help, and I'm not doing something, baby. Let's talk about this, y'all. Yeah, Cooper did nothing wrong, right? Okay, you full of it. Cooper did everything wrong. Cooper should not have acted out on the book. He should have addressed the journal. Addressed it. He never addressed it until she said, I know you read the diary. I know you read my journal. Let's talk about it. At that point, he didn't want to talk about it. You know why? Because he was so embarrassed.
Thank you.
I did not say his reaction was wrong. I would have never said, but you're acting upon a book. You're acting upon her writing. And then you masturbate to it. And when she wanted to make love to you again, you pushed her away because you already got what you needed to get for yourself.
Yeah, you tossed one off and then was trying to get in the shower. No. I already got mine. Get yours.
No, that wasn't what that was about. Y'all reading that wrong. No, let me speak. So what that was about was, first of all, he's mad at himself too, right? He's reading this and now he's mad that he's getting aroused by this, right? So then that's why he got off on it. He's mad at himself. He read it, he got aroused at it, but he's pissed at himself that this is happening. So when he got in the shower, it wasn't about, because I already got mine off. It was more about he's so freaking pissed that one, she's writing this. Two, she's not writing it about him. She's writing it about some other man, and he doesn't know how to quite handle it. So, Kevin, it has nothing to do. People have had sex and then right after had sex again that got this off. So he could have did it again. It wasn't about that. No, listen.
He's a one and done, 2-second man.
Why he did not?
He's a one and done.
The reason why he did not is because he's pissed at her. He's pissed. And remember, don't forget, don't forget that first night where he tried to do something that was in the diary. They had fun that night, but he came home. He started thinking about it again. And what did he do? He went in the bathroom and he vomited. Those are key points that y'all are missing.
No,
He's
I
trying to
didn't miss
deal with
that.
it.
I didn't miss it.
No,
But
listen,
what
but wait. He's
I
trying to deal.
don't see why Cooper should be the hero in this.
I-
I don't see the hero in him. I do not see the hero in Cooper because you didn't address it day one. You didn't. What you did day one was act upon what you read. You're still not feeding your wife. Your wife just wants some intimacy, and you're not giving her that.
All right, so we're gonna agree to disagree on that piece of it, but let's move on to Francesca. Francesca, I said it before, she's a home wrecker. And Kevin, what would you like to say to me? I'll let you speak first. What would you like to say to me, Kevin?
I said, see, you bestie as hell. Because I texted you earlier. And I told you I apologize because after seeing this, because that scene right there, and it was even, like I said, she didn't cause the situation.
Mm-mm.
She saw it, even though you're wrong, but she knew there was a problem, and like vultures, they step in.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought that was so, when his wife walked up in there, and she stood there like that was her man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he had to tell her, oh, well, we're going to go in the office. Or she had to say, can we go somewhere and talk? I could have slapped the hell out of Francesca. Like, are you serious?
Francesca,
Even if we did, listen to me. Even if me and Francesca slept together, my wife just came here. You step. She's standing there like that couple.
Step because she knew he's unhappy.
Don't matter. It don't matter.
I know it don't matter in our world because Francesca wouldn't have been standing there. I saw Billy coming. Look, you gotta go. You gotta go. I need to tell her.
As soon as I saw Billy, I'm like, excuse me 1 second. Well, you're not gonna beat. No. That was, and she stood there like, why are you here? Oh,
Francesca is a slight Brad, and she pulled a little bit of a Brad. She stood there like, yeah, I'm Francesca, and I heard about you. Okay, and Francesca is beautiful, by the way. But anyway, so she's standing there looking beautiful, and saying, yeah, I'm Francesca. And Brad actually he wanted Billy to go.
Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean Cooper. I keep saying Brad. Cooper wanted Billy to go, but Billy is the one that said, no, we need to talk right now. Because remember, he told her not now. We got an important meeting. He wanted her out.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, this is all on Francesca. She said something that was messy as hell. She said, now he never said he was getting a divorce. He might have expressed himself to her. Mm-hmm. But she already done saw the divorce. I know guys who are divorced like you don't stay in the market long. Heifer, he ain't even filed paperwork. It's one thing to get in line before the store open. The store ain't even built. They just put an outline. They might build something here. You don't stand in front of the Krispy Kreme before it's built. Talking about want a donut. No, you wait till at least I can see you in front of the store early. But the store, he ain't even filed paperwork or nothing.
Now,
I know guys like you don't stay in the market long.
Here we go, said, I believe that is true. Francesca wanted Billy to know Cooper got options. So you could play your games if you want to, but your husband will get snatched up before he's even halfway on the market. Yeah, she was marking her territory.
That wasn't for Billy. That was for her. She's not trying to get with him for Billy.
No, what you're reading it wrong, Kevin.
Francesca was trying to show Billy. Francesca ain't trying to show Billy nothing. She's trying to snatch Cooper. She's trying to show Cooper that she's the woman for him. She ain't trying to show Billy nothing.
She's been wanting Cooper for a while. She's been wanting Cooper for a while.
We know she wants Cooper, but we're saying that when Billy came into that office, the reason why Francesca didn't move is she wanted to punk Billy at that point too, to let her know, like, I'm here. Cooper got options. Yeah, I'm Francesca. Cooper got options. That's why she didn't move, because respectfully, once his wife arrived, she should have said, okay, Cooper, I'll see you when you come to the office or to the meeting or whatever the case may be. You know, let him handle his business. But she didn't move. She didn't move. Because she wanted Billy to know, like, here we go again, said she wanted Billy to know, yo, your husband got options. So mess around and act a fool if you want to.
All I'm going to say is this, and this is my fear, if that was me, I don't know of any ex that situation would have might cause me to lose my job because they would knock the hell out of Francesca. That's why she's dangerous, because all the women I know would have either went up in her face or slid her behind across the floor. Like when you get into a marriage situation, stuff gets, and I don't care what the background is, whatever. I seen one of the most suburban, upper class women straight snap over her husband. It was ready to knock this girl out, and I did not. I'm like, I didn't know your wife got down like that. My man said, I didn't know either. You don't do nothing like that, because I know a lot of sisters would have got next to her quickly. Oh, excuse me, you got somewhere to go? Me and my husband about to have a conversation. The fact that she stood there, that was just like, he didn't ask her to leave. She didn't want to leave. That whole sit down, and Billy brought it on herself because of that dinner. But still, it's too much wrong here. It's like you know how they said 2 wrongs don't make a right. Is everybody wrong? Like, that's the whole deal. Y'all trying to defend people. Everybody wrong. The dinner, everybody was wrong. This situation, everybody was wrong. You know what I mean? The only person I could support in this whole series would be the doctor, because he gave his opinion. She knew where he stood. Whether you agree or disagree, he didn't go to her. She came to him. He gave her his opinion. All right? She might have been wrong to go to him.
Everybody.
They might have been wrong. They're wrong for meeting up for drinks. He's wrong for being around Francesca. There's a lot of wrong going on here. Everybody but Cooper. Oh my God.
Whatever.
Like, I'm about to drug test. Here we go again. I'm about to drug test you because I don't know what you're smoking.
Yeah, I can't.
I can't with y'all. I can't with. Here we go again. I can't.
Billy started it. Cooper indulged it. And then Brad is punking it. And now here we are with this triangle, and tomorrow is going to be.
And Francesca's there to spew pieces.
You know, I'm just like, you know, and Sasha is over it. I mean, Sasha is over it. She's over it because she knows that he's her crutch. Exactly. Just a little crack.
No, that's just a little. It's a lot of crack. You mixing it with something.
But, you know, I'm sorry. I'm going to deal with it as it when it came. There's no reason for you to have been writing about another man, period. And then you get so wicked that you change the name of it and move it.
She's lying. So here's what happens with a lie, right? You got to keep lying to try to keep up with the first lie you told. Because again, once he told you don't come home or whatever, if you don't get home soon, you going to try to call him and you talking about you was just at dinner with the doctor. A lie.
Exactly.
She's constantly lying. She's constantly lying. She's piling them up.
Exactly.
That goes back to last episode. When Sasha said you're going to cover up one lie with another lie?
Right.
So it's like I said, Cooper got punched in the mouth. And now that he's reacting, the same thing has happened to Billy. And Billy's throwing everything she can to try to save her marriage. When, to be honest with you, and I see what people understand, and I see where Francis is coming from. If I was in this situation, would have been an episode 1, but a damn sure wouldn't have been a 2.
Exactly.
You might have got a 1.5, but it wouldn't have been a 2 because
It wouldn't
everything would
have
have
been
been
a
snatched
two.
up right then and there. Okay, hold up. What we doing? We're not doing
Exactly.
this. I'd have been standing downstairs when you came down with the thing open, saying, "Okay, we need to address this right now."
Exactly. Or if there was a episode 2, we be in the marriage counseling trying to figure this out, talking this through marriage counseling. So
Now this is the truth. Billy does need to find herself.
absolutely,
She lost.
absolutely.
She lost.
She's she was happy until 18 months ago. Everything was fine until 18 months ago
See,
when
I'm gonna
he
be
started
honest with you though.
addressing her sexually. And because he was dealing with impotency, because that's where it is, and instead of going to the doctor to address it or saying to his wife, look, something ain't right with me. We as a family, we as a married couple need to go and address this with a doctor because there's no reason why my stuff all of a sudden just ain't working.
But here's the thing I have. Here's the problem I have. All right, I understand that there was a problem that changed in their sex life. It
Mm-hmm.
still doesn't warrant you doing all that she's doing. She's doing the most. So just like he brought a vibrator to the bed and she said it was okay that one day. So you know what? She wasn't using her words either. So you
We
missing
know
sex.
that. I
You're
said
not
that
talking
day
to your
one.
husband. So use your vibrator, but do not write in your diary about some other man.
Sorry.
Figure it out.
I did it. It happened. Okay. So I did it one time. You didn't even address it then. So to me, she's trying, and I know that it could be whatever. Everybody gonna have their own scenario. It could be that she was trying to get attention from her husband.
The writing of the diary?
Yes. She was trying to get attention from her husband, not so much for him to act upon it, but at
No, hold
least
on. See,
address
you know
it.
what? Wait, I gotta drop this in there for y'all. Y'all keep saying he acted upon it. But remember her and Sasha had a conversation, said, oh, you wrote the blueprint. You have solved everything for everybody's relationship. Just write in a diary, and then your mate will do. And I'm paraphrasing, but then your mate will do what they do. So be when she told Sasha that after he read that diary, that he bent her over the counter and had sex with her. Sasha was in the tub and was like, "Oh, you done did the blueprint. You done solved the. You might well write a book about that. You done solved something for a whole lot of couples." So Sasha told her, you wrote a blueprint.
First
Yes,
of all,
Kevin.
that was after they went and got caught in the rain. I mean, got caught by the people. That was that situation.
It
That
doesn't
wasn't
matter.
after the bent over.
Sasha
But
told her you wrote a blueprint.
yeah, so now this she got somewhat of what he did. But the thing about something that's fake, you can't keep it up for a long time. So
It's not fake, it's that it's not him.
it's not him.
But he's trying to please his wife. That's why
Yes.
we're trying to tell you that Cooper is trying to do everything to save his marriage. Billy is doing everything to have them end up in divorce.
Okay, I will give you that in somewhat, but my thing is this: at some point, and y'all keep everybody keeps saying like Cooper did nothing wrong. I'm saying to you is this: we have faults. If she would have like that time when they sat at the bed and Cooper was like, I don't know why my sex changed, but you didn't tell her it was physical. You said work and kids, but you told your boy it was physical. No one's being honest here. Okay? Sit down. How can we address the situation if you're telling me half truths? How are we going to address the situation? So both parts, like I said, I'm not picking sides to say, I think Billy is more wrong than Cooper by a landslide.
Mm-hmm.
But Cooper has to. He has to. He no, but no. Cooper has his issues. He, like I said, he starts off not acknowledging his wife, understanding his wife. Yeah, that's the size. He understanding that his wife is his equal partner. His wife is his equal partner. You kiss your partner when you come home before the kids. Understanding your wife is your equal partner. So guess what? If she needs to come home, you need to come home. I don't care how pissed you are. Okay? And then you should have been there to make sure she got home. Okay? So if you're sitting there, it's a lot of mistakes where he like I say, he's throwing punches. Ain't no way in hell we going to dinner with your ex. The fact that you even suggested it is a whole nother ball game. I don't care what. Well, he's dating Sasha. I can give a damn less. I can prove it to you. Whatever. We gonna figure this out. As a man, and I believe in equal speech and equal time. I'm not a chauvinistic person, but every point a man has to step up and say, "Look, this is what we got to do. This is what
And
we
he
got to
stepped
do."
up. He stepped up a couple of times.
When?
When he told her it was none of her business where he was at.
That's not stepped up. That's acting a fool. That's being a jackass. Being a jackass ain't stepping up. Stepping up is saying, "Okay, how can we go and figure this out? We need
No,
to
I
go to a counselor."
I'm messing with you. I'm messing
So
with you.
yeah, so we need to go to counseling. We need to figure this out. You need to figure this out. So as a man, he needs to come down. You the man, you the breadwinner. Make the call at work. Say, "Baby,
No,
after
but
work, you
wait,
got some place."
Kevin, you see this important thing that here we go again, Ro. Cooper's issues can be worked out within the marriage. Billy's problems are Billy's to resolve. They are not marriage issues. Hello and amen. Okay. Cooper, we can figure Cooper out.
Billy's can be resolved.
Go
Billy's
ahead,
can be
Francis.
resolved. Her issue is the fact that she's not getting intimacy.
Oh my God. So we're going to
She's not getting her intimacy. He gave her the world for 7 years. For 7 years, she was his number one. And now for the last 18 months, your children come before me. You don't care whether I'm being taken care of. All you're worrying about is that absolutely he is. Absolutely. He's not giving her what he's used to giving her. And she's trying to figure out why. What did I do that you're ignoring me now?
So, Kevin, let me ask you this question. Something changes in your relationship. The minute something changes, you gonna start thinking about your ex?
No. That's
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
But this took 18 months.
Thank you.
It wasn't all of a sudden. It was 18 months later.
She didn't say he didn't go down on me last night. She said he didn't go down on me last month. He didn't go down on me in 18 months. She says I could have a human being in half that time.
And she did.
So you're telling me in 18 months, you got a newborn. That baby got to be maybe 2-3 months. That baby can't be no more than 6 months old.
So that means you had some sense.
No. So you told if 18 months, there's 9 months in between that 18 months. That means 9 months before you got pregnant, you didn't go down on me. And all it took was a drop of sperm to get her pregnant. So just say the first 4 months. Then you put 9 there, that's 13. She had a baby 3 months later. Because obviously she's having sex again. So after 6 weeks, you wait to after you have a baby. So now you're having sex again. You have to read something to go down on her. You have to read a diary or a journal to go down on your wife. When you've been going down. So the first 7 years, have you?
He said, I didn't even realize it's been that long. This man is busy. He's working.
Save it. Save it. He was busy 7 years into that marriage. He was busy trying to build to partner. He was busy then. I'm so tired of people trying to make this out to be that Cooper doesn't have faults in this. He does. The first fault was not talking to your wife after you read this. That was the first fault. Whether she addressed it or said anything to you prior to the relationship, in the relationship, and no matter how I'm not I'm not worried. He's not even getting his wife off. Come on, here we go. He's not even getting. So you mean to tell me that you're going to make love to your man, and after 2 minutes, he's done. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Hold up. Hold up.
In the car, even after you got sprayed in the face with breast milk. Then you say, "Oh no, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna do this again." Lean the seat back. Okay. Less than 2 minutes. Come on now. That I'm looking at my phone like 39 seconds.
A minute and 39 seconds. Give him a minute. Give him that minute. A minute, 39 seconds.
Kevin, wait, Kevin, what are you going to say? What do you want to say, Kevin?
To your other Cooper fan club, here we go again.
Yes.
Answer the question. Was Cooper a rebound?
Here we go. Was Cooper a rebound?
Cooper was the rebound. You don't marry the rebound guy. Because
they never talked about it.
Yeah, because she hit it.
Never addressed her past relationships.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Cooper never addressed her past relationships. So if
he can't address something,
marrying Billy, he should have addressed whatever was going on in her life prior to him. Because
when he asked her,
somebody's so beautiful. So why are you single? Why are you single if you're this beautiful? Hold
on. First of all, are you saying is the blueprint what y'all saying is that when someone gets together, they gotta tell about all their past relationships?
I said they didn't address her past.
No, she didn't address her past.
She was a highly sexual person, and when she got with Cooper, the sex wasn't explosive like Brad's was, but it was to a point where she could feel the intimacy in that relationship. She was feeling it. They were doing it. Obviously, they were doing it enough that she was able to enjoy it with him.
Now, hold up, though.
Wait, hold on. Here we go again. I absolutely love you. She said, wait, so now Cooper has to dig in the crates of Billy's sex? Like, come on.
No, I did not say that. I said address her past. Her past would have been that she was in several relationships, and now, baby, you know what? You are something so different for me that I'm willing to take a chance on this relationship. Brad hurt me to my core. He threw me out after I lost the baby. He threw me out because that's what he did. He put all her stuff in the elevator and told her go bye-bye.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
But I want to say this. Francis. He did say when they was having drinks when the ex came by, and she said, that's the ex. And he said, yeah, what about you? She says, there was this guy, Brad, but that's over. She chose to not bring it up. She said she chose to not tell. And because she chose to not tell, now I want to come up. And she did what a lot of people have done. They masked the problem instead of addressing the problem. She never healed from Brad. So because she never healed, she put the Band-Aid on the bullet wound with Cooper, and now the blood is seeping through. She never went and healed. She never went to a counselor. She never sat down. That psychologist been there.
Yeah.
Why you ain't go to him back then? Okay, if you did, we know nothing about it. Yeah, so you sitting there and you're like, okay, well, it was just some guy named Brad. But you know, Brad was your be all or everything.
End all be all, yeah.
End all be all. She knew that. Okay. But Like a lot of women, they don't marry their first choice. A lot of women don't marry their first choice. A lot of women don't marry their first choice. A lot of times, their first choice ain't act right, and they got okay. He act right. I got my 75 to 80%, and I'm gonna stick with this. But guess what? You bought it. It's yours. That's it. You bought it. You bought it, boo boo. You bought it. So you need to stick with that 85. Take that 15, 25%, put that over here. Put that over here, put a blanket over it, do some Angela Bassett and that movie, take the fire with the match and burn it. Burn that 20. You need to wait and exhale, burn that 15%.
But wait,
that's done.
Let me say this. Let me say this. The problem I'm having with her is most people will be satisfied with their 85%. This chick is chasing the 15%.
Because she's not getting it.
Because I'm gonna tell you where the 15% comes up. Listen to me very carefully, okay?
Mm-hmm.
From a man who's been married. You sitting there, you got your woman at home, everything good, everything whatever. The mind don't want. Now, some people, don't matter what you do, they gonna always creep. That's them. Them the habitual cheaters. Your mind don't start to wonder because it happened to me. The first time my mind wondered was when she kept turning me down for sex. And I said, okay. And my attitude was, if I'm not doing it, then who is? Because I know you get sexually aroused. Who are you thinking about? But I addressed the issue. I addressed the issue quickly. I didn't sit there and turn a blind eye and start, but my thought process was like, okay, I need to address this issue. Now, it's up to you, because the vultures will see stuff. It's up to you
So wait. When you address the issue, did you get the answer to your question? The truth? No.
How you know?
I'm just saying, did you?
How you know?
I'm asking you, did you?
I got the answer to my question, yes.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
And then what did you do? What did you do with that answer?
Well, the answer to my question on her side wasn't an honest answer. I addressed it.
That's all I needed to hear. It wasn't an honest answer. So do you think Billy would have gave him an honest answer? Because no, even when he asked her, are you still in love with Brad? She said no, which is a lie.
But can I say something?
Yes.
The difference between my situation and this situation,
mm-hmm.
at least she was willing to talk about it. He didn't want to. So you can claim what you want now, and you're right.
But
she's
if you
wrong
talk
for
about
lying.
it and you telling a lie, does it matter?
But when she was in that car and she said, "Are we going to address what's going on in my journal?" She brought it up. That was episode 2.
He didn't want to talk about it that night.
He didn't want to talk about it. But now that he keep reading, now you want to talk about it.
No, hold on.
You can't put the fire out. It's easy to put the fire out when it's a match.
Kevin, we got to deal with some truth and some facts here, right? Let's pretend right now we're married. I have this diary. I left the computer open. Okay. You read it. Okay. Let's just say I was like, I don't want to address it right now. You're going to force the words out of my mouth. You can't. But now every time you see me every now and then, I'm with the freaking computer.
I unplug it. I unplug everything in the house. I cut off the Wi-Fi. I start unplug. We're going to talk about something.
So you're going to unplug my brain?
No, I can't. But here's the deal. If I see it, right? If I see it, and you say, Kevin, you saw what was on my computer, we want to address it? Hell yeah, let's talk. Let's talk.
That part right there. Here we go again. Thank you. That part right there. Why do you keep overlooking the fact that Billy half-ass told Cooper the truth all along?
We didn't forget that. We never said that. I said she did it during the drinks when she said, "Oh, that guy Brad." She never healed. Cooper was the rebound. How can you not see that? That's what I don't get. How can you not see Cooper was the rebound? You need new prescriptions on your glasses. You need new prescriptions on your glasses. Because everybody can see Cooper was the rebound. He's even said, I feel like one long rebound. She was the rebound. I don't know. How can you not see that? This, it is, at the end of the day, this marriage never should have happened. This is why they say you go to marriage counselor. This marriage never should have happened without her going to counseling and her dealing with that issue with Brad.
He didn't know how sick
No, he didn't know. But she's a psychology major. How can she not address her own issue? She knows somebody can talk to her. You on a campus with a bunch of professionals? Ain't your girl got a PhD?
Wait, hold on one second. She on the campus with a bunch of professionals. She went to the professional, and the professional told her, go find out about that 15%.
Because she knew what he was going to really say to her, because he doesn't believe in marriage. He doesn't believe in marriage.
It's her.
She knew that.
He doesn't believe in marriage.
But hold on. She knew that when they showed that dinner, when he said,
of course she knew, Kevin, but I'm saying, you saying she was with a bunch of professionals. Well, the professional is just
the only one. You on a college campus. I guarantee he ain't the only one. He ain't the only psychologist, psychology professor. Okay? You're a college professor. I'm sure you got some good benefits. You can go get your psychologist or something.
Actually, here we go again. Billy's claiming that Cooper is at 85%, and the 15% is Brad. And that's why she said, who would have known? Wait, I'm talking about the comment here. Kevin. So it's flipped. It's flipped. She's feeling that Cooper's 85 and Brad is the 15, and she's chasing
Cooper's 15 and Brad, No, she said Cooper's 15.
No, she didn't.
No,
that's what
here we go is saying it, but it should be flipped.
It's flipped, right? In the show, she's saying that Cooper is her 85 and Brad is her 15, and she's chasing the 15. But that's why at night, when she came to the house and Cooper and the kids wasn't there, she lost her natural mind. Then she's crying her brains out. And she's like, I'm happy pretty much. And I'm paraphrasing. I'm happy with the 85%. I don't need the 15%. She's a mess.
But
she's
115%.
But do you understand what Here We Go Again is saying? She's saying that Cooper is really her 15%. She's assigning it to Cooper, but Cooper is really her 15%, and she feels that Brad is really her 85%. I'm not saying, but that's what she's saying in the comment. She's saying to Billy is really putting the 85% on Cooper, but she really feels Brad's her 85%. Cooper's her 15%. But
she is behaving like this. Behaving like this.
Yeah. So
I think she's behaving that way, but because, like I said, who would if you have 85%? You almost hit the lotto. Like, you going to chase 15%? Brad, I don't care how much of a hold Brad had on me. He would have never got me with the nonsense. I would have been in my house. I don't care. Like, I would have shuck him off. He would have never. And you know what? Even if I was still feeling for him, I would have never let him punk my husband. He ain't punk. You're not punking my husband. Not the father of my children. Not the man that's giving me all of this. I got a roof over my head and all of that. You're not going to punk my husband. I don't care what
I house.
Well, that
she could show Boo Boo at the desk the picture of her kids, but Brad get to come in and watch them. You go ahead with that. Go ahead with that.
Exactly.
You better pull out that iPhone or that whatever phone you got. Old BlackBerry, whatever, you better pull that phone out, and here you go. Don't let this dude in my house.
Cause he got a hold on her.
I got something he can hold. I got something both they can hold. One can hold the left one, one can hold the right one.
First of all, you know I'm not a Billy. In that sense, I'm not a Billy fan. I don't agree with what she did, but that just shows you how much of a hold Brad still got on her. Can I see the baby? Like, he all up in the house. And I'm telling you, if it wasn't for Brad walking out, she would have broke and actually ended up having sex with Brad in her house, but he the one that walked away. And I'm like, chick, this is your house. Are you crazy?
No, this is your husband's house, as far as I'm concerned.
Hold on.
That's her husband's house. That's where I made these babies. Have you lost it? I didn't like, I wouldn't have gotten on the back of the motorcycle. I wouldn't have let that man in my house, nor would I have allowed him to kiss me on my forehead. Period.
Yeah, none of that would have happened. But wait, just out of curiosity, here we go again. The scene where she needed a ride home. I said, first of all, her husband had no business leaving her there and not making sure she got home. But I said also that she wasn't wrong for catching a ride with Brad. She needed to get home.
Cooper, it was already his house. I mean,
it was already his house.
It was already his house.
Huh?
She's saying,
is you willing to give Cooper the house?
It was already his house.
It was already his house.
Well, no, because you're saying before, y'all saying they shared everything. Now you saying this is Cooper's house. So then he had the right to tell
what
her.
I'm saying is this is my husband's house.
Oh, got
this
you.
Is where me and this is my husband's house.
That's what they said too.
Uber Lyft. You don't get on the back of that bike. You don't do that. You don't cross that line. It's certain things you just don't do. Thank you, Gypsy Cab hit girl. That's what I'm talking about. You better go like that. I'm sorry. It's certain. Look, you know my favorite phrase. Do the wrong thing the right way. Okay? You've heard me say that. Do the wrong thing the right way. Okay? And so for me is, I'm not saying you already had the dinner. It's wrong. Okay? But do the right. Don't keep you getting on the back of the bike. Then you bringing a man in the house. Now you want to go to dinner on somebody's credit card, buy shoes and dress and all that. And then you want to do all this, and this man wants to come home with a bottle of champagne and some dinner because he has something to tell you, the biggest news that can change your life for the better financially. But no, you too busy trying to figure out.
But he had just told her she needed to mind her damn business because that's why he didn't come home last night. So why? I mean, help me figure that one out. It's none of my damn business. But you want me to celebrate your good news, man? Y'all all need to go see a psychologist.
And I do agree. You don't put yourself in situations that you know you're going to get in trouble. She constantly putting herself in situations.
And so is Cooper because he laying up there with Francesca.
They can't get out each other. They can't get out their own way. Everybody's in their own way. That's the crazy part. Everybody's in their own way.
The only one that doesn't have anything to lose, though, is Brad. Billy and Cooper are going to lose big.
Brad is going to lose. Well, maybe not, because she'll fall back into him. But Brad is going to lose out if Billy decides that she wants to stay with her man. That's what Brad is going to lose out on. Or she's going to use him for sex, and that's it. The intimacy will never be there again.
This is my thing. You can't go back to what you had. People like to believe that. Too much time has passed. It's not the same. If you grow,
whatever.
What did you say?
She said, Billy has done more than enough to wash away Cooper's mind your business comment. No, the hell no. Not when you told me don't come home if I don't call. I'm sorry. You can't have it your way. Do it your way and not have it the other way. Come on now. So if she never came home, what? You was gonna take the keys? Who gonna keep the baby? You.
And that babysitter. But Kevin, you was about to say something to the fact that because of time, like they may not have that same connection. You never had someone where time was between y'all, but the minute y'all got back together, it was like time never left. Like time stood still.
in a
Yes, you
friendship,
have.
but
Yes,
no, in
you
a
have.
friendship, but I'm gonna explain to you something.
Uh-huh.
I've had friends where we talk about, remember that time? Remember that time we did this and we did this? And you think about it, I'm not going to no club no more. I'm not going to this party no more. What I'm telling
No,
her is that the time she has 2 children, how much time she really gonna have with Brad? That life, the life she reminisce about, the life she
if she
dreams
can't
about,
have
there's
that.
no 2 kids in it. 2 kids in that life, breast. That's not. So if she gets with Brad, you got 2 kids. Now you got to explain it. Well, 1 kid because he's old enough. Why daddy ain't around? He
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna need counseling. Now you got visiting rights. Kid this weekend, that weekend. How much time you and Brad really gonna have? Brad's a producer. He's a rock star. He's a record mogul. He owns his own record company. Okay, so he's in the studio. He's over here. He's over there. I mean, what quality of time? You gotta realize when she sat there and Brad did not come home when she was having that dinner, she was concerned, right? But it's okay. It's just you, even though she was pregnant. What happened when Brad don't come home and you got 2 babies and another one?
She's gonna lose her mind. But see, the difference you gotta understand with Brad is spontaneous. He only needs moments in time, and he gonna make her feel what she needs to feel. Remember, if you check out when she reminisces a lot, it's always about Brad pleasing her.
Mm-hmm.
Always about Brad pleasing her. And I think that's another thing that's killing her too. Brad made sure no matter what, Billy was pleased sexually. It was all about Billy. And that's part of her problem too with her husband right now, because it's not all about Billy. It's about the whole entire life together. Is he neglectful to her? I'm going to say yes. Even though I love him to death, I'm going to say yes, right? But the thing is, she's so used to, and remember, the key thing was she's not writing. She had plenty of sex. She's not writing about the other guys. She's writing about Brad. Because Brad got that thing down pat. He
Mm-hmm.
knows how to push her button, but not only that, he knows how to please her sexually. And Brad never has to get his first. He don't even have to get his in that moment, but he gonna make sure she get hers off all the time. Even in the
Mm-hmm.
restaurant when she was pregnant, where he took her back to this time, and he took her back there for a reason. Because when it was raining, he said, "I got someplace for us to go." He's messy. And he took her back there and he's telling her the story on that same couch. That couch when
Well,
she
he
was
didn't know that
pregnant,
was gonna be available. He did
huh?
not. The guy said, "Oh, your old table's available." He didn't know that was gonna be available. He did take her there. It just happened to be available.
Doesn't matter. He still took her there. He knew where he was taking her.
Yeah, yeah,
He
because
knew
they
where he
had
was
good
taking
times
her.
there.
Yeah.
But let's go back even before. Not only did he know they had good times there, he had her meet in the art gallery where they had sex in the hallway.
Right.
Like I said, she keeps walking in the lion's den. Why can't you say what you got to say over the phone? I don't need it face to face. Hell, FaceTime me. That's the best face to face you're going to get.
Send me a
Because you
text
already know you act a
and
fool
delete
when
it.
you're around them.
Well, it goes back to what Here We Go said again, right? She keeps putting herself in situations where she knows she's going to get into trouble. I mean, first of all, she already know she has no control when it comes to Brad. She loses her mind. She lost her mind when she was sitting next to her husband and he walked in that restaurant. So she
And
knows
again,
she
that wouldn't
doesn't have
happen.
control when it comes to him. She lost her mind when she watched Sasha and him have sex. Every time he appears, she loses it. So she knew what she was going there for. She went there because she wanted to see Brad, and she was extremely curious to know what he had to tell her. But he dropped that little nugget. That's what he does, though. That's what he does best, Brad. He drops little nuggets so she could keep coming back. But he did that throughout their whole relationship. That's why when he called and said, "You don't want me to call, I won't call, but tell me that. Tell me you don't love me." Okay. Then she says it, and he just types. All he texted was liar, and she couldn't even delete the text. She got it bad. She got it so bad she can't shake him.
She can't lie. She can't lie good to Brad like she can lie to her husband.
Yeah, ain't that something you said?
She good lying to her husband. Oh no, I'm not. I am not in love with Brad. You still love me? No. Huh?
Brad
no. Go ahead with that. You can't. I mean, if you gonna lie, get the lie right. But don't put yourself in the situation. Like I said, nothing good comes out of this. You know, in this situation, all parties are wrong. But like I said, she keeps going to the lion's den, and she goes in every room. I'm like, yo, you like each time you're sitting there, like, okay, she's the city. She goes to see the psychiatrist. Why are you going to meet him? Now you got to change your clothes. You're going to meet him in a place.
Yeah,
you're going to meet him in a place that you had sex. Then you go. Then at the dinner she didn't know about. But you got to. If he suggested that the art gallery, you should have said, "Meet me in the park." Why couldn't you say meet me?
So, Kevin, the connection between them is so thick. It doesn't matter where they meet. It really doesn't, because she reminisces in her house.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter where they meet. She's writing her whole diary about everything. Okay, he could meet you. He could meet her, and I don't want to give out the other episodes we're gonna talk about. He could meet her anywhere, and she gonna lose her mind. As we see when he met her right in front of her darn house, you could slap her. She got it bad. It don't matter where they meet. She gonna lose her mind.
But here's the deal, and this goes back to something y'all said and I said this. I think it was episode 1 and 2.
Thank you. Here we go again.
When I said,
wait, Kevin. Billy has zero self-control when it comes to Brad, and the excuse of Cooper not pleasing her is convenient. Thank you, girlfriend. Thank you. That's all it is. Convenient. It's easy. She's using it.
Whatever. Okay, Cooper fan club. Now, remember I dressed and I said she would never leave the kids?
Mm-hmm.
And y'all say she would leave those kids?
Mm-hmm.
When she, at the end of that movie, when she's hugging her kids, her son, and she says, "I'm sorry." And I'm trying to figure out who she's apologizing to, him or the son. Because she's on her knees hugging the son and she says, "I'm sorry." Who are you apologizing to? Are you apologizing to Cooper?
She's apologizing to Cooper.
Or you apologizing to Hudson? But the bottom line is, she ain't leaving those kids. And my whole thing is this. As parents, we know the kids are everything. I don't see why would you risk that. Maybe because she know the kids will go with her. I don't know. But that alone, you know what I mean? Is that alone should be enough for you to keep your behind at home.
But that's what she said. I'd rather keep the 85% than not worry about the 15%.
Right. Yeah, she first of all, we have seen Billy recover and unrecover in 2.2 seconds. Okay. You want to work it out with your husband, but yet again, you still go find yourself in situations that, you know, is not conducive to your working things out. Okay. You can't want to work out things with your husband, but you run into the city worried about something Brad told you. I ain't got nothing for you. And that's straight up point blank, period. I don't care if you made up with your grandmother, your grandfather, your uncle, your brother, all of them. Okay. I'm gonna tell her I'm happy for you. I'm glad you have changed over your life, but me and you can never be. I am married now with 2 kids. Goodbye and good luck. You and Sasha can keep doing whatever it is y'all doing. I wish you all the best. Yeah, and she apologized to her husband, but she apologized to her husband about 39 times in this series.
Mm-hmm.
So that means nothing. And you said you think she won't leave the kids? Let me tell you something. If Brad get her in the right spot, she'll leave them kids.
I don't think His sex is good. I don't think it's that good. Deleting
Who,
kids.
Brad? You said Brad?
Deleting kids. Deleting kids. I don't think his sex that good. Not delete them
But
kids.
see,
No.
the part you missing though, Kevin, is not just the sex with them. It's the intimacy. It's
And
their
the connection, yeah, I got
connection.
that, but
It's their connection.
I don't think it's that good for her to leave her children behind. That's a lot.
Time will tell. There's mothers that left their kids behind for left.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think they
So
had no type of connections with their children. I don't think they had that type. Maybe they have them type of mental something there, but I don't see how. Because if she's breastfeeding the girl, so she must have breastfed Hudson, and I just don't see that connection where she could just up and leave like that. I mean, maybe up and leave Cooper, but she taking them kids with her. That's how I
Kevin,
see it.
I don't want to jump. We're about to close out, but I want to say this. The last episode should tell you a lot. You with your kids that you love so much at the event. You running. You running. You left your kids with your husband and you go running to some other man. She can't leave the kids. Kevin, watch it again, please, and then talk to me tomorrow night. And I'll accept your next apology.
Oh
Billy is the type
no.
of yeah, Billy, thank you. Here we go again. Billy is the type of woman that would convince herself that the kids are better off with Cooper because he's a family man, he's a stand-up guy, and so forth and so on. Kevin, watch again. She will leave them kids in a New York minute and come visit them and live her single life in the city with Brad and get
Before
hurt
I
yet again.
apologize, I
But
would have
wait,
to see that episode.
but Kevin, and get hurt yet again, and then come running back to Cooper when Brad kicks her to the curb. And we're
Oh,
gonna see. Wait, Kevin, season 2 is
already
coming.
moved on.
We will see, and you gonna owe me a Starbucks. She will be coming running back to Cooper after Brad kicks her to the curb.
Cooper already gone. We're gonna find out tomorrow why.
Yeah, and wait, and Kevin, guess what? She ain't gonna be able to come back because Francesca will have her claws all over Cooper the
It's
minute
already done.
Yes.
It's already done.
Yes.
It's already done.
So your theory is debunked and it's not right. But anyway, we gotta close out with your last words, Ken.
My last words is stupid. The whole thing is just, everyone is just doing things stupid. It's just, I mean, Cooper not coming home.
You too. Thank you.
The wife buying clothes, going to see a man, meeting him for dinner. It's just stupid. I don't know what to do.
All right, Kevin.
And then at the end where she gets that last little, it's almost to the point where, it's almost to a point where you might say it's like somebody saying, all she did was go down on me. All he did was go. She's so intimate with you, might as well go ahead and have sex. You might as well go ahead and get over with. That's my attitude right now. Just go ahead and get over with. So, but we'll see.
Francis?
I have no words for none of them because they all sorry. All of them. Brad had no business. And even though he knows that Billy is unhappy with her husband, he needs to leave her alone.
Agreed.
Leave her alone. Stop trying to make something happen because you, Brad, changed. You changed. Okay. Guess what? I wasn't changing when we were together. So because I'm changing, I deserve a second chance. I deserve a fifth chance, whatever chance we're on at this point. But you know what? You're already married. You have your family. You have your 2 babies. Enjoy your husband. I'll just have to say that I lost out. I just have to say I lost out. So I'm not, Francis is going to be no, I'm not. I think super stupid. But, because neither one of them talk to each other. And this is what you see in a lot of relationships that end in divorce. It's all about the communication. It's all about the communication. It's all about what you're not saying to me, what you're not doing for me. And because I'm the one on the receipt, or feel like I'm on the receiving end of, feeling like the stepchild, I'm not saying anything either. So now here we go with this fantasy in my head that I'm not acting upon, but I talk you in to going to a dinner that should have never happened. And now I'm trying to convince you that he's with my best friend when I know good and well that all they're doing is having sex. And that's what she should have told him. They're just having sex. I don't care. I need to make this work for us. But Cooper don't want to hear it. He's trying to get this promotion at work or move up into partner, and he's getting his dick stroked by Francesca, and all he's hearing is what she's saying about him instead of dealing what's going on in his household. So I don't have any words for none of them. Period. All of them stupid.
All right, so we will close out on that, guys. I mean, I think if y'all been watching this along with us and breaking these episodes down one episode at a time, you already know I'm a Cooper fan. We will deal with it more tomorrow when we get into episode 7, and then we will be ending on Wednesday with episode 8. Thank you for hanging in there with us. If you have not watched, catch up. Check out episode 7, which we're going to go through tomorrow, and then check out episode 8. And then Thursday, we're just going to have an overall conversation about relationships generically, all together. Nothing to do with the series, but questions will come up based upon things that happen in the series. Thank you guys for watching. See you tomorrow night. Bye.
Bye.